Facebook, good afternoon to you. On YouTube, good afternoon to you. The big family of Q. If you're on Facebook, you already seen my guest, right? No stranger to the studio. We'll be here for the next 2 hours. Most businessmen, especially in Dominica, like to hide behind closed doors. But this one, always shows up when he's requested to. I guess it has to do a lot with his independence, right? Anderson Jolly is my guest for the next 2 hours. Mr. Jolly, good afternoon to you, sir. How you doing?
Good afternoon, Matt. Doing good.
It's been some time.
It has been a little while. You know, the world keeps moving wrong and wrong, and here we are again. So, but it's good to be back. I always, appreciate your invitation when I'm here in the islands to stop by and say hi. And good afternoon to all the listening audience out there. And it's Independence.
You feeling the spirit?
I feel the spirit a little. It's bright, and there's a lot of dark clouds over us, but. This year we've been spared by hurricanes and other ill weather, so yes. I think we're doing a lot better than most people.
Okay.
So
we've been spared.
We've been spared. I think we have.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. So we can't celebrate.
We can't, not until a little later down.
A little lower down. Well, good to see you, man.
Well, it's good. What's been happening? I heard talk on the block, obviously.
The hot seat.
Those are the most popular shows on the island right now. So
it means that things are happening and not happening. Which one?
Well, it's hard. It's hard.
No news. No news is not. It's good news.
Yes, but when there's a lot of news, what does that mean? So. But it's always a pleasure to be here and to listen to your show. Quite informative, and I think people have to understand that the way that we can progress through life is through knowledge and understanding.
And we have to agree to disagree.
Well, yes. And it's the same thing that they said about confrontation. Confrontation is never good, but unless you never confront something, you never figure out solutions for it. So you have to constantly confront things and face them and then work together to find good solutions.
You've been monitoring the elections in the United States?
Yes, it's coming along here. We have a couple more weeks left, and I think it's going to be interesting.
It's tight.
It's tight, but it's also not tight because...
explain that for me.
Well, there's several big issues happening, Matt, and it just depends on which issue is affecting you the most.
Okay.
And to some extent... you have a lot of people that are business side or business minded, where the economy is a big problem. You have a lot of people where, you have very high prices, whether it be on gas, on food, and everything else. So everybody's looking to solve their problem. And then you have the other people on the other side that might say, hey, maybe the border is a problem, immigration's a problem. And then you have the other people that are just thinking, hey, we just want somebody that's going to help us along. But I think the election is going to be pretty easy. Most people are thinking with their pockets and their wallet books. And when you have to reduce everything down to simple factors, people are going to vote who they think is going to have the best economic production for them. Right now, economy is probably the number one factor facing a lot of challenges in the society.
No, I can ask you an honest question.
Yes.
You want an honest answer. You want to be brutally honest with me.
Yeah, I'm always honest.
I sense you going down the Republican way.
I'm a business person.
Okay.
I own several businesses. I've always been for more jobs, better economy, keep the money in the pockets of the people. That way they can do more good with it. Because if you put more money in my pockets, then I can hire more people. I can start more businesses. I can, yes, don't get me wrong. By all means, I'm going to get richer. but I can help the economy more.
It affects the middle class.
Exactly. And here's what I can do. Guys like me, by making sure that I have the proper, whether it be financial backing or the proper environment to work in, I can make the middle class better. I can make people move from the middle class to the first class or to the top class.
But I've heard, because
Yes.
you put yourself in that category that you're going to escape a lot of taxes if what I'm thinking is true.
Well, that is true, because guess what? That should be a reward. Everything you do in life should have a reward attached to it.
Okay.
And the bigger the reward that's attached to it, guess what? The more that I'm going to work harder to create that environment. So maybe I will escape taxes, Matt, but guess where I'm going to spend my money? I'm going to spend my money in Dominica. I'm going to spend my money going on vacation to other islands. That money is spent. Don't get me wrong. When you say escape taxes, you're just not giving it to the government, because we all know that government cannot spend money very good. I mean, that is a basic principle.
The government that you know?
Matt, all the governments. The government that I know is even worse. I know there's no balance sheet for that government. You know, Matt, and Matt, recently I had a program that I visited with, and they explained to me that there are two ways to steal people's money that are perfectly legal. Any other way that you steal somebody's money, you're going to get caught or go to jail.
Okay.
So the first one that you can do is that you can go into government and take the money, and you're protected by the Constitution, which is the book, the Constitution.
Right.
We've written laws, and we said, hey, if you're in government, you can pretty much do what you want with the people's money, and therefore you will not be held liable or responsible, because guess what? The Constitution protects you. And then there's the second one, which is the church, where you're protected by the other book, which is the Bible.
Okay.
And this is only the two ways to really take the money, that really and truly you can take the money for the Bible or for the Constitution, and literally you can go unpersecuted.
I see a lot of people in the Caribbean, tend to be supporting the Democrats. What do you think? Or which party is better for the Caribbean region?
Well, I'm going to tell you, for the Caribbean region, I would definitely say the Democrats might be more favorable.
Okay.
And the simple reason being migration. The Democrats are more lenient on people coming into America.
Okay.
And migration, as we've seen within the last 4 years.
Isn't that fair, though?
Well, it's fair in a certain way, but you also have to understand that America is they're constantly thinking, guess what? If we let anybody in, how are we going to support all these people? And America is a brain drain. And while people in the Caribbean may support the Democrats, that may not be the best party for us. In fact, if you tell me, I'm going to tell you, America is the brain drain. It takes and absorbs all our smart people and literally gives them better jobs, better opportunities. Hence, they don't stay home or they don't do anything in their home countries. So yes, I'm going to tell you, for the primary reason of literally migration, Democrats are probably going to be the top choice.
I suspect you're going to be in a lot of trouble this afternoon.
Maybe I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. But here's the thing. I got to tell people as it is. When we had a Republican government, Matt, I mean, we were doing very, very well. And when we had a Democrat, I mean, I bought four houses during the Democratic era.
Somebody's already saying, Matt, you have a Trump on the block.
You do have a Trump on the block, because here's the thing. I'm even going to tell you, Matt.
Yes.
We need to make Dominica great again, because we haven't been great in a long time. And that's probably because our thinking is democratic.
So the question is, and I'm sure a lot of people on people's mind here, you are a Trumper, But
I'm not a Trumper. I'm a Republican.
a Republican.
Yes, because Trump is
What-
is an individual. It's almost like saying I'm a character.
Are you?
No, by no means. But here's Matt, what we need to do. You need to
But
sit
do
down
you-
and watch which institution is going to be best for
Do
you.
you think that Donald Trump is the best for the
I
U.S.
I am going to tell you the Republican Party is probably going to be the best. Matt.
I'm asking about
Matt.
Donald Trump. Do you think? I mean, with this,
Donald Trump, yes. Donald Trump is on the Republican ticket. The Republicans are going to be the best. That's a hands down here. And Matt, here's
I'm here.
Matt, here's one of the problems that we have.
Okay.
In Dominica, for
Yes.
instance, we made a mistake.
What mistake we made?
Well, we hired bad politicians here.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you this, Matt. I think one of the worst things that we did
Uh-huh.
is that we hired a politician that has never run a business.
Okay.
We hired somebody that has never had to make payroll on a Wednesday. We hired somebody who has never had the task of firing somebody. We hired somebody in office right now, Mr. Scarrett, right now, that has no experience in running a business, has no experience with a profit and loss balance sheet, has no experience with making sure that we can go ahead and balance and create a profit for the company.
Mhm.
Hence, look at what we have. We have failing on several fronts. We
So the
we
two-
have
the-
projects that are not being completed
So the
correctly.
two cannot be compared. Trump and Scarrett can be compared.
Well, we're not comparing anybody. We're not comparing Trump. Those two are too far different. Those are one has accomplished things and the other one hasn't. But anyway, Matt, here's what I'm going to tell you. We hired the worst thing we can do is hire people who do not understand business to run business.
That's the point.
And that's just the point I want to put down. We need to have people who understand that we are running the ship. But in order for the ship to run, you have to know who to hire. You have to know when to fire them. You have to know if they're doing a good job. You have to know the quality of work that they'll give you. You have to have trusted advisors around you, people that are going to give you good information. And Matt, the people who do the best work at any position in a business,
Mhm.
the people who have their hands on the wheel, the people who have their hands, they walk out there and see the job. They walk out there and see the work. They do the recon or the research work.
So your point is we have the worst people running the economy in Dominica at this point.
At this point, we do. Yes, we are. I think the laughing stock of the Caribbean.
I heard that from a former prime minister, Mr. Chasney, maybe just 2 weeks.
St. Lucia.
Yes, St. Lucia.
Yes, he's over in St. Lucia. Yes,
Chasney.
Chasney's but I can
He
see.
said we are the laughing stock of the rest of the Caribbean.
Well, we are, and you know what? It's bad when we have our neighbors laughing in our face. I mean, it's okay if they're from some foreign place or really far away place, but here it is that our neighbors are telling us that we're not good. I mean, I don't think that's right. We've done some bad things, and like they said, we've had some bad actors. But I'm gonna tell you, Matt. I mean, we gotta get people in there who know how to run things and run a business and get the ship going. The economy here is tight, Matt. You know what I don't understand about Dominica?
Tell me, yes.
I'll tell you real quick. Here it is that in the US, for instance, we see things slowing down. Maybe the economy is tight. And you know what they do? They go to work. Maybe they reduce the interest rates. Maybe they change things up a little bit. Maybe change the policies a little bit. You know what we do here in this country?
Bring it up.
Nothing. We do nothing. Matt, we could be suffering right now and not have food on our plate to eat when we go home. And you know what the duties and customs are going to be?
You know what the light
The
bill
exact
is?
same thing. You know what the light bill is going to be? Higher.
The water bill?
The water bill? Higher. Everything is going up around us and nobody cares about the people. So when you ask me about government, Matt, here's what I'm here to tell you. If government elected the people and the people are suffering, why is the government not seeing the suffering? Unless the government is detached from the people or they're blatantly ignoring the people. Which one is it?
Let's take a phone call. Hello, Ferry. Are you there, caller?
Good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
And good afternoon, Mr. Jolly.
Yes.
Mr. Jolly, my concern is not who you support or not. And I'm very impressed in what you have been saying so far. I noticed Matt trying to accuse you if you're a Republican, but he said he's no Republican, no Democrat. But based on what you said, he's trying to accuse you. Matt, right now the liberal media cannot run away from the truth. And the truth is, under Trump, you have the economy and you have job. CNN and MSNBC, they can't run away from facts anymore. They have got no choice. They have to bring it out. But you know what I like about the Republican Party? The Republican Party, every individual Republican stands for what they believe. The Republican doesn't unite like that because everybody have a say. If you can remember, when Kevin McCarthy became House Speaker, the Republican was in control and you had 15 rounds of vote to ensure. You can imagine that? You see the Democratic Party, anything they rally in for it, anything they cover in for it, they don't care. But you see the Republicans, every individual Republican stands for what they believe. One man passed a resolution in the House to remove Kevin McCarthy. Can you imagine that? And then when they bring in Mike Johnson, who is the new speaker now, every single Republican rally for it. Because why? They couldn't trust Kevin McCarthy because he was having certain deals with Nancy Pelosi. Don't play with Republicans. And what I admire with them, they are self-reliant. They encourage everybody to go and work, not depend on anybody.
So you're accusing me of being a Democrat. Are you a Republican?
I have never been a Democrat, because Biden say if you're a Democrat, if you're a vote, you're a Democrat. You understand me?
You see, anyway, you'll call back many other phone calls and somebody saying, yes, Matt, Trump did nothing to grow the economy. He inherited that great economy from President Obama and killed it on his exit after 4 years. Hi, Matt, where are you? You see, the Democrats are coming at you at this time. Let's take a phone call. We started on some fire there. Hello, talk to me. Yes. Are you there? Caller, are you there? Caller, are you there? Let's take another phone call. Are you there, yes?
Yes, Matt.
Yes.
I tell Jolly he's mad to talk about Trump is the best. And everybody that with Trump, they're mad like Trump. Trump try to kill people in America. Trump is a madman, a greedy man, a stupid, a racist. Are you just like him? Are you foolish, man? Who is Trump? Trump.
See, and he's started some trouble there. Hey, I think a lot of the people listening there may be Democrats. Somebody said, Matt, tell Mr. Jolly the good economy he experienced under Trump was Obama economy. Other than that, the tax exemptions he got, 4493095. Let's continue.
Well. Again, you know, like I said, Matt, I know the figures. I know what it looks like. I know when what I pay for taxes, and I know what it looks like on the balance sheet, and I can see how it affects the businesses. So and again, Matt, like I said, a lot of people have their own personal ideas, but if you sit down with a good accountant and you look at the balance sheets of any businesses, I can tell you what it says.
But you're worried about you because you benefit. Wouldn't you?
Well, again, I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about the 350 people I employ and the 400 that I would like to employ.
All right.
And I want to pay them more, and I want to give them more.
Hello, on the telephone. Yes, we started some fight.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Don't you all know Trump is dead the racist? Don't you know the way he criticizes black people? And you all think of him?
Well, here's the thing. I'm not again. You know what? We need to look at things and stop looking at the people. And this is one of the things that I tried to get across to a lot of people in Dominica. Let's stop looking at the individuals so much, and we have to kind of look at what alignment that the politics play with it. What scenarios are they going to come up? How are they going to improve your life? You know, and I think really and truly, we need our government to look at the things that are affecting us on a daily basis. And I would love if one of those people who call in here, don't mention Trump, say, hey, Andy, what's hurting you today? And I'm going to tell you my wallet's hurting me today. Or the price of the $4 milk when it used to be $1 milk is hurting me today. Or the price we pay at the ports, you know, or the items that we have to purchase, the gasoline that I have to pay for my delivery company that went from $1 to $4 overnight. Those things affect my wallet. So let's not look at who is running, Matt. Let's look at the policies from a position. You have to understand, I have a delivery company. $4 gas is not good for my wallet. $4 gas will empty my wallet 4 times quicker than $1 gas. I have a lot of items and institutions that I'm responsible for. When those ideas that these different political organizations put together affect the business one way or the other, I have to look for the business to grow or get better. So really and truly, it's time we start taking a kickback and looking at the policies of these different individuals. Don't look at the Trump or the Obama or even the
Harris.
Harris. Or even Biden. I don't care about those things.
How do you
I care about the policies.
Let me ask you a question. You said that the Democrats of Dominica or Caribbean people would more go for the Democrats.
Yes.
And because they invite immigrants. But aren't you an immigrant? Would you
Oh yes.
conclude that
yes, I am.
You might be selfish in that way?
Oh no, I am. I'm not telling you. You can support whoever you want.
You're right.
I don't care. I'm not looking to migrate. I'm looking to make sure that. Listen, Matt. For the years,
yes,
when Obama was in, I loved Obama. I loved his organization. I liked his ideas. His ideas were good. Obama did very well. I'm going to tell you, there was 100% of black people supporting Obama just because, one, he was black. But Obama had sound politics behind him. He had sound policies behind him. But I'm sorry, Harris does not have any policies that are sound behind her. This is somebody who wants, it's like me telling you that I'm going to run for politics next year and I'm going to raise the custom duty from 45% to 95%. How many votes do you think I'm honestly going to get? Very few. Nobody wants to raise taxes,
so would you
raise cost of living.
Would you be surprised if Harris stops the ticket?
Would you? I'm going to tell you, I won't be surprised at anything right now because the world has taken turns. And I'm going to tell you, if Harris shows up on the ticket and wins,
you're going to give us support.
You know what? I'll give him my support. I'm going to be the same place I've been for the last 4 years. And that's not a bad place to be. I'm going to tell you. But I can tell you, if probably the Republicans win, Matt, I'm probably going to fly down Dominica on my own airplane next time, or if we open the international airport sometime soon. I'm just letting you know. It's two ways to travel. I can travel on American Airlines or I can travel on Andy Airlines. I'd rather travel on Andy Airlines, but I don't have to, as long as I get to Dominica, right?
1:31 is the afternoon time. We're here with Andy Jolly. I'm sure, given the amount of phone calls I'm getting, everybody wants to give their piece. So let's see if we can take we'll take a few voice notes and we'll continue. We'll come back to the local economy and what's happening here in Dominica. Let's take a few voice notes.
Mr. Beltier, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
I'm listening to Mr. Jolly, and while I respect the man's opinion,
right,
I would have to say that he's not being totally honest.
Okay.
Because if you were to look at the American economy over the past 40 plus years, the Democrats have been better stewards of the economy than the Republicans. That's a fact. There are numbers to prove it.
Okay.
When Bill Clinton took over from Reagan and George H.W. Bush in 1993, and he left in 2001, for the first time in America since 1969, I shouldn't say the first time, but in America, but the first time since 1969, the American government was operating with a surplus. You understand me? A surplus.
Mm-hmm.
It was handed over to George W. Bush. And what happened? In his 8 years, he totally obliterated that surplus and added trillions of dollars to the debt. Okay? Then what did that do? It led to a recession. And America was headed into a depression. And the world was following in suit. Here comes Barack Obama, rescued the American economy, and in so doing, rescued the economy of the world. And then you had 4 years of turmoil under Donald Trump. He inherited an economy that was on the rise due to the hard work of Barack Obama, a Democrat. And in his 4 years, his malhandling of the COVID crisis, we saw things heading down again. And Biden had to come and, again, turn the ship around. So I don't know what is he talking about Republicans being better stewards of the economy. It's absolutely insane. If you look at the figures,
I warn you, Andy.
I know. You know, Matt. Again, like I want to tell the caller, please don't go home and say Andy said. Here's what I'm here to tell you, caller. I want to tell you that when I go home, I study my books and I study my businesses and I study what's in front of my plate. I'm not looking at your plate. I was a big supporter of Slick Willie or Bill Clinton, as you know him. I was a big fan. I was that guy's, that guy could play a saxophone. I saw that guy play a saxophone down in Harlem, and it looked like he was a black guy. I mean, I love that guy, and he created a great economy. But I have to tell you that this is not the case this time. So I'm going to go with what Matt people understand here.
Yes.
You have to change it up. You have to look and see, hey, where is this ship going? If you're on if you are at the port, Matt, and you see the ship going to St. Vincent and you're heading to St. Lucia, you should take that ship. You should not take the ship heading to Puerto Rico. I am going in that direction, and I don't care whether you, caller, would like, hey, here's the thing. History is different. And you have to look at it today. And I'm going to tell you, if there's a Republican government in office today, it's going to favor a lot of people who have businesses. It's going to favor a lot of the middle class people. It's going to favor a lot of the small businesses. It will do better for them. And most of my businesses are small. I have a couple large businesses. But I'm going to tell you, Matt, look, if I told you, Matt, this year you're going to make $20 million for the last 4 years, but if you have a Republican government, you're going to make $40 million. Which one would you take? You take the $40 million. It's just that this institution with Harris is the same as the institution with Biden, and you're going to make less under this administration. Nothing wrong. Maybe next year or next election, when something comes along, it will be better.
But for now,
I'm going to tell you, we need to go die-hard Republican this time around because we're going to do a lot better as business. You understand? You're going to have Andy Airline flying into Melville Hall Airport. I don't think the other airport's going to be done for a while, a long while. But you're going to have Andy Airline instead of American Airline. And I'm going to just tell you, I'm going to vote Republican. And sir, if you don't think this is right, then so be it. But until then,
let me ask you
here we go.
A quick question. Okay.
Yes.
How can a man disrespect the Constitution of America, a president, and damage the Capitol building, disrespecting the national security, encouraging American enemies, and you should vote for this man for just $1?
Listen, I'm going to tell you, man, as I told you, we're looking at it from what it is.
Okay.
I'm going to make a lot more happy, and I employ a lot of Dominican people too. So they're going to be happier. Their families in Dominica are going to be better off. Everybody's going to be better off. Again, let's not focus on he said, she said, what the news media puts together in front of us. We need to focus at the policies. Stop looking at the man. You understand? We need to focus on the policies. We've had a man in office in Dominica for the longest while, and all we've been looking at is the man. What happened to the policies? Our policies have gone down. Our investment in Dominica have gone down. Our business has gone down. And we're still looking at the man. We're not supposed to look at the man. We need to look at the policies and see if this is good for us. Right now, I'm going to tell you, Matt, businesses are closing up. Businesses are leaving. Businesses are people are swimming out of here if they have to. Is this the sort of economy that we need? Guess what? Let's stop looking at the man. We need to look at the policies of the administration. We need to look at what the administration can do to help our country. We need to look at what the administration to do to help our businesses. And we need to help our middle class. And we need to help our poor people. I'm sorry.
All right. Somebody just texted me a message and said he just heard on the national radio a while ago about the groundbreaking ceremony for the new international airport on November 9th. Do you believe that is happening? I know
November this year?
This year.
Are they finishing it?
A groundbreaking ceremony.
Or the break?
You've betted on it, Andy. We're not going to get this
Matt.
international
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize to you guys in
Yes.
advance for saying this, and all who I offend, I'm sorry. Mr. Scarrett lies on a regular basis, and I think there's a lot of things that this administration does just to showcase and have breaking news. I honestly believe this is being done deliberately to literally mislead the Dominican people. And I think there's a lot of things that go on here where there's either groundbreaking. The other day I'm sitting in front of my TV, right? And I'm watching, God love her, MO News. I don't know. You watch MO News probably.
Mm-hmm.
And we have our prime minister signing a loan ceremony. I believe that one was with the Saudi Arabians. $41 million. And I have a group of my friends with me, and they're asking me, why is your prime minister celebrating when they sign a loan? Now, if it was a grant, Matt, we should have a party because that money has been given to Dominica. But here you are signing a loan. And he's like, don't your people know what the meaning of a loan is? A loan means you have to give it back.
Right.
First of all, in order to get a loan, Matt, and you know that and I know that because we've gone to the bank before, you need collateral. You need to put something up for it. The third thing about a loan is that there's usually some sort of policy or requirement that goes with that loan. Here's what you can do. Here's what you can't do. The last thing about a loan, Matt, it is the most embarrassing thing to have to go beg somebody for money. I don't know if you've ever gone to a loan. You mean you don't go in there dancing and skipping to the bank. You go in there if your head hung low, you are depressed. You're like, look, man, I have to borrow money. It's kind of like borrowing money from your friend. You are depressed that you just got a loan because now you now have a master over your head. But none of these things get disclosed to us. What did you put as collateral? What is happening in the event if you don't pay this loan or if we can't pay this loan? What is the interest rate on this loan? How many years do we have if we default on this loan? What are they coming to take if you can't pay this loan? Now, if you have a car and you don't pay your loan, what do they take, Matt?
Take the car.
Okay. If you have a house and they don't pay the loan, what do you take?
They take the house.
Now, if a whole country gets a loan and we can't pay the loan, what do they take?
The country. Well, you can't. But the argument is you can't leave the country. You can't take the country and go with it.
Well, you don't have to take it and go. I mean, that's not how they take countries. That's not how they take countries anymore, Matt. They just come in and they take the airport and they take the seaport and nobody can come in or go out. It's their country now. But keep in mind that we are here celebrating. We're dressed up. We're looking good. Everybody's clapping because we got a loan. Are we serious?
And he usually brings his clappers with him.
Are we serious? Are we clapping because we got I can get a loan. How much money do you need? I'll tell you what you need to give me back in return. You might not like it. You might not want my money after that, but nobody discloses any of these things. The Dominican people are clueless what we've signed our life away to. Or how many more years do we have to call Dominica our home? Guess what? Look at that. CBI. Same thing happened with the CBI. What were we? We were giving away passports like they were just going out of style.
Like hot bread.
Like hot bread. We were selling them. I mean, we could have might as well. I mean, I hate to call it Suki's Bakery, but we were selling bread all over the country because Suki has an outlet
somebody's controlling our monies on the outside.
Now somebody's controlling us, and we have a problem with that, but we never saw the problem coming. We need to understand, if we saw the problem coming in advance, we could have predicted this a long time ago. Now we say, hey, we don't know where our money is. We don't know who has it. And then you have the Bitcoin thing that we did. We did what? Tron, the Bitcoin Tron. What happened to that? Does anybody know where that is? How many people are righteously educated in Dominica to know where these things are or what we are signing when? You know, we just had this, I remember sitting on and watching this show on TV where the prime minister went away and he went and he signed 10 MOUs. and my mother called me and asked me what was an MOU. And I said a memorandum of understanding.
And a lot of people don't understand that.
A lot of people don't know what a memorandum of understanding is. Did you read it? I said, did you read it, mommy? She says, no, I don't know what it is. I said, well, you might have just lost your house in Mont Daniel because you don't know what they gave away. You might have lost your house. She's like, well, no, I really like my house. I built it with love. I was like, yeah, but somebody might have just given it away on an MOU and it's no longer yours. So you have to understand, Matt, we need to take time to understand those things. You understand? And anytime things like that happen, we're going to be in problems. I'll tell you what, a lot of people want to call in here and talk. I'm going to tell you what you need to talk about. That big building that we built in Rosewood that's been empty for 1 year.
And we don't know who owns it.
Whose money?
Whose money is it?
Who should I call to rent it?
You want to rent it, Andy?
No.
On the telephone, hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there? Yes.
Yeah, my brother. Can you hear me clearly?
I'm hearing you clearly, and let's be short. Let's go.
I don't go long, man. Only one thing on me that's long. I don't go. Anyway, Mr. Jolly, special good afternoon, Mr. Jolly. But Mr. Jolly, Matt asked you a question a while ago, asked you if you're in the independence mood or something like that. And you said everything nice, but you forget one word, nice and creamy. Don't forget that. That's what they say, the island, nice and creamy. Yeah. But what I have to say is that it's sad that these guys and them come in and say they are how many breaking grounds they're going to have for the airport? How many times they break ground for the airport, man? Don't you see that's an election gimmick? They want the food. How Dominicans are so easily to be manipulated on food? Since when we come like that? Once upon a time, we was the people that couldn't be fooled, I don't know. You know what's the issue? Mr. Jolly, I don't know. You must inform Matt about that. What the chlorine does to one's mental, because you are a chemist. What does the chlorine does to one's mental, man? This is what's going on with our people. It's sad, man. Look at how Dominica come, man. Oh my God! Have a blessed afternoon.
All right, thank you very much.
Well, Matt,
we're breaking ground for everything now.
Again, Matt, you know what? I really don't have a problem with the breaking ground. You can break as much ground as you want, but you know what?
But why are Dominicans being fooled every time there's a?
I think there's a need to show flash, and I think independence. We have a lot of people coming down. We're very near the end of a political season. We've broken ground. If we want to break ground, we could break ground on political reform as well. I mean, we broke ground on that, right? We haven't gotten it yet.
No, not yet.
I think we broke ground on the marina in Portsmouth. I'm still waiting for that one. I don't know if we need to break ground on the airport because there's a lot of dirt that's been moved already.
Well, there's a breaking ground there on the
Is that a new level of the ground, or did we take out the top ground and now we're at the bottom ground? There's several different grounds.
Are you optimistic about the international airport, Andy?
I don't know. I mean, Matt, I'm gonna tell you.
You're betting. You're putting your money.
I did, and nobody took my bet of the $25,000, which was $10,000 US. Nobody took it. I was quite disappointed in that. But I would like to tell you something, Matt. And I'm not here as a pessimist. I am one of Dominica's biggest fans. I really want to see this country grow. I want to see us get better. I'd like lower taxes, higher wages. I want to see people grow more. This is a great country. We have a country, Matt, that is, our soil is rich in with water. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of natural resources. But I'm going to tell you, we failed on a couple parts, and I need us to understand the things that they're breaking ground on, Matt. We should have had a long time ago. It's almost like I come on this radio station and I bring you a brand new suit, and I'm like, Matt, here's your new suit. This is a suit that's going to do. This is a suit, but the problem with the suit, it's the suit your grandfather wore. I don't think you want to wear your grandfather. We should have had those items a long time ago. The airport, we should have had 20 years ago. The marina, we should have had 20 years ago. The anything, the stadium, the this, the that, all those things we should have had already. You almost feel like all those things that they're giving us now or telling us about now, where have they been? Why are you giving us last year's clothes to wear this year? Where is the cruise ship terminal that we were breaking ground on or we were promised? Where is the cruise ship village that we needed so that we could get more tourists in here and we could get a space for our vendors instead of the bayfront? Man, that bayfront is hot. I'm gonna tell you, man. I walk on the bayfront. I'm standing still and sweating. I don't know how those vendors do it on the bayfront. My heart goes out to all of them. Sometimes I just walk there and buy something just to buy something because they're sitting there for hours and hours during the day, and those vendors are working hard. And they need better. We don't have a good public market. We don't have a good parking garage. And I'm not here to bring all those things and tell you. I'm here to tell you, Matt, we do not have these things. But here we are thinking of an airport when we have no place to park cars in Roseau. And Matt, as you know, we did get that $41 million from the Saudis.
Yeah.
We finished the Roseau improvement project, which was that what we did on the Bayfront?
No, just resurface the road. That's all I have.
I thought that was the Roseau improvement project. I might have been mistaken on that.
No.
Just resurfaced. We resurfaced the Bayfront
because the tourist season was here. So
but the tourists.
So they're impressing the tourists.
But Matt, the tourists don't only walk on the Bayfront.
They go all over.
They go all over. So why didn't we resurface all the roads? Because the tourists walk all over Roseau. They get off there. It's a good start. But we didn't finish strong on that one.
Let's take a phone call. Many phone calls coming at this time. Hello, talk to me. Yes, yes. I'm here.
This is what I've been saying for the longest while. We need some proper businessman to run the affairs of this country because we're going nowhere. Because we go way back 20 years, brother man. Where all them things, as Andy mentioned, we should have them things already, brother. We have enough money for that. They're just moving and grooving. But you see them and just playing around the money, sort of nonsense, going backward where they go forward. And we have to be just sitting there waiting to see what they have to do for us. And we just set up hopes on you that's going on. And trust me, we're getting nowhere, brother man. That I don't care what people say, but I tell you, in my opinion, brother man, the place should be better than that. For 24 years, brother man, all that money that's in Dominica, we're going nowhere, brother.
Andy, you have noticed yourself. There's never been a government that so much money has passed through, billions of dollars. Growing up, we were hearing about we were hearing about millions, not billions.
Billions. No, we have billions now.
Billions. And what is really happening?
Well, Matt, I think our Mr. Scarrett, he's not a good fisherman. That's the problem. I'm going to blame it on fishing, and I'm going to give you Matt, when you go fishing on the boat, you have to put the line in the water and pull the fish up. I think Mr. Scarrett does not know that the fish will not jump in the boat. I don't think he knows that. So I'm going to tell you that's what happened to our billions. They're waiting around for something to happen. You have to pull the fish in the boat. You have to go out there and do the work and get it done. The government has not done the work. Therefore, we have no fish in the boat.
We're hearing of a possible snap election. Would that make sense at this time, Andy?
Matt, I'm going to tell you, I don't even know what makes sense anymore. I think Mr. Scarrett, as I said, has seriously, I think he's deceived the people of Dominica several times. I think anytime he gets to the podium, I've noticed a trend with the stuttering. Anytime he stutters, he is probably not telling the truth.
Telling another lie.
It's not telling a lie. I'm not telling you that he's telling a lie, but he's probably not telling the truth. I have noticed that anytime he is asked a question, there's some serious deflection on the question, or Matt, which is even worse, some anxiety or some anger that builds up on the questions that are asked. Because those are questions that, if you ask me, Andy, what I had for lunch, there's no need for me to get upset. I'll tell you, Matt, I had fish and macaroni and cheese. But even the simple questions for him, I think, get deflected. And I think to some extent, there's so much that is being done here just for show. And I don't know why that's needed and why we need the cover-up. And I really think we need to look at that as a serious problem, because here it is that you have somebody that's deceiving the population, deflecting all the questions, and making irrational decisions for the public at hand, and not being able to give us clear and honest answers as to exactly what's going on. because it's none of our business, right? Isn't that what was said?
Not of your damn business.
None of your damn business. Yes, damn. There was the word damn in there, which even makes it worse. So, Matt, in the words of whether there's an election, it's not our damn business.
And you know, he's now asking the opposition, because the opposition took him to court for the billions. He's saying, where did the opposition get their money from?
Well, as I said, there's a lot of deflection going on, and when you have somebody like that, you seriously have to analyze them and see if there's something a little bit more deeper rooted in there, because at the essence of it, you have to ask if this person really loves Dominica, or if this person is a patriot, because it's very hard for me. I pass by the road sometimes, Matt, and I see the people trying to sell things and they're not selling it. Or I see the people sitting there for hours a day, and it hurts my heart. So I don't know how we have leaders that walk around and are able to watch these things with their eyes. And it's almost like you have to have no soul in order for you to do these things. You watch people, or you just watch them and tell them things that they want to hear, or really just ignore them, or blatantly just ignore them. I mean, you literally have to be the most horrible sort of person in the world to be doing that thing. So, I mean, it's very, very hard, as I said, for me to walk by and see the suffering and the pain that the people of Dominica are going through. And every time, Matt, I'm going to tell you, I turn my radio on or my TV on, I don't get good news. I have systematically, and I think a lot of people in Dominica they're systematically turning off Dominica news. We have a lot of young people that are dying. We have our seniors that are not being cared for properly.
A lot of mental.
We have a lot of mental issues. Oh my God, Matt! There's so many young guys on the road right now, just sleeping in the bus stops, sleeping, at the stadiums. I mean, the homelessness and the mental disease. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think everywhere has their problems, Matt, but we are not addressing those things very well. And I think he's just turning a blind eye to all of these, either because I would hate to see he doesn't see it. Because if you have a leader that is not seeing, or who is not in touch with their population, then you're no longer a leader.
Let's take a phone call. Are you there, caller? Sorry about that. More phone calls coming at this time. I'm just hearing also that there was a live ceremony a while ago. Read the Libla Road Edge failures rehabilitation process taking. So a lot of signing in, a lot of breaking ground, as you said, is happening now, because a lot of visitors are coming to the country.
Yeah, because you want to put something on the news, and you want news
to impress.
Well, you have to impress. You have to, you have to show off. Because here's the thing, man. If you want to dummy down the bad stuff out there, there's a lot of bad stuff out there. You have to put as much good stuff out there, make it think, I'm a hero, and you have to, show off a little bit. You have to, impress.
Let's see if we can take a phone call. Are you there, caller? Yes, overseas line.
Yes, it's me again.
Well, you're a lucky guy, I can tell you that. Go ahead.
Yeah, honestly, with all due respect, I think these guys and them, especially the Prime Minister, was put there to really destroy Dominica, to take Dominica, because of Dominica, the way the world is going. And I see the way that the amount of resources that we got, as far as natural resources, the soil, the water, we importing water instead of having a water with all that money. They could have a water factory bottling water. This man was put there literally to destroy the country, and it's alleged that he went behind the government back and have a secret meeting with Chinese in Barbados. Alleged. And next thing, it's alleged. Roosevelt Douglas is passing. It's alleged. Pierre Charles. So those people that condoning that, their blood is alleged. The blood's gonna be on their hands also.
All right, I'll tell you what. We have more phone calls coming in there. Hello, talk to me. 158. A lot of allegations. We have to be very careful about that. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes.
Hello, Martin. How are you?
How are you? How are you?
Yeah, and how is Mr.
Mr. Jolly? Yes, Mr. Jolly is here. Yes.
Yes, I'm right here.
Mr. Jolly. All right. Now, did I just hear? Will there be drug provision available The ground has become broke, and my intuition tells me it's a die for us.
I'll tell you what, your telephone is experiencing some problems. Let's take another call there from the overseas line. Hello, talk to me. Yes? Uh-huh.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pelkey. How are you today?
Good afternoon to you. I suspect I hear the voice of Mr. Bellot.
Yeah, that is right.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for
How are you
taking my
doing?
call.
Uh-huh.
Good, good. Mr. Jolly, great discussion. But I may not necessarily refer to you because, first of all, I live in Wisconsin. And Wisconsin is a big battle state, sort of a big battle state that even the husband of the vice president, they were trying to make a small business owners like us. And so is the Republican Party. But on the grand scheme of things, I personally believe a Republican government benefits the Caribbean better. And here's my reason behind it. Republican government believe in small governments. They're more conservative government. They believe in smaller government. They're more focused on the economy. So the thing about the Republican government, if you look back history from, I don't remember when Patrick Johnson was in government, but if you go back to history from when the Freedom Party was in government to now with this crazy prime minister we have, in my opinion, if you look at the difference here, is that the Republican government always get aid to Caribbean islands. And the reason behind it is because they always believe on the immigration situation is that if we can help these countries to provide them some of the aid that they may need, but those governments are going to be able to create employment for their people. And they do not have to migrate to come to the US to take what they call so-called American jobs. Now, here's the thing. Things have changed a lot. If you go back, even when, I think it was when the DFP, I don't think it was the UW, I think it was when the DFP was in government. Either Reagan or Bush, actually, they were on the way to help Dominica build an international airport. And I think the first time what happened, it was because of the Gulf War, they said, have to pay attention to that. And then the second time, I think there was an election coming in, and they decided they're not going to interfere with Dominica's election if they're going to help build an airport that will pursue the election. And I can't remember which one was supposed to affect me. I don't know, Boston, they say he might remember that. Now, the other thing about the Republican government, and I don't understand Dominican people, unfortunately, Matt, the Dominicans, a lot of us, whichever country we go to, whether it's the United States or United Kingdom or any country, we intend to vote the same way. And I do not know why. I personally don't believe that the democratic government really care that much for black people and poor people. And my reason for this, I look at the city of Milwaukee, and the only time you have presence of the Democratic Party is when they really need the black votes. That's when they come. When Hillary Clinton won, I remember clearly, she neglected Wisconsin because she thought she had it. And what happened, they never go back to these communities. The very same black vote, the very same neighborhood people are struggling. They did not vote for Hillary, and he lost. Interestingly enough, this time around, when all the time, Trump been leading in the state of Wisconsin by 3 to 5% error margin there, according to market polls and other polls. Guess what happened? At the delegate conference was held here in Milwaukee. And by the way, Mr. Perry, I am part of what we call independent voices businesses. And I personally was invited to that conference they had, and some of us spoke, but I chose not to because I decided I don't want to get involved with this guy Trump. But here's the thing: when Mr. Trump was addressing the Republican convention in Milwaukee, he lambasted so much, and that's what his strong point is about immigration. And he spoke so much about immigration to where he became targeting not the countries he mentioned like Venezuela and Colombia, Mexico and Africa and Haiti. He did not condemn those leaders. He condemned the people and attacked the people personally and said, these people, where they come from, these countries, and they come and take our job. He lambasted it so much. The next day, the vice president, chairperson of the Republican Party called me, and he said, I'm sorry. Very sorry about the speech. He went too long, and he attacked some people individually, but please don't take that for granted. I do take it for granted. You know why? Because since after that after that speech from Mr. Trump. The polls are completely spin upside down for him. Now, before Kamala Harris' address, Biden has taken the lead in the state of Wisconsin. So that is to show you when leaders are talking and addressing the things they're saying. People pay attention. Unlike in Dominica, a man can on stage and say, do you have asked if you have insurance? My children can go overseas, blah, blah, blah. I can take them to insurance, and we are there clapping like little fools. This is the very same man who's coming on radio on his Palace Sub program. We need tonight try to make more children. We need more population to grow. But his wife went to the United States and have children born in the United States because he's stickering his future. What about the future of the people of this country? So this whole Republican and Democrat thing, I think people need to look at what makes sense. And this thing about the Democrats I really don't like, and that's why I'm not a big fan of them, is because they only use the poor people and the black votes when they need them.
We have to refocus the discussion at this time. I know you guys are Republicans or Democrats, whatever you choose, but we have to focus on Dominica at this time, okay? And what is happening around us. Because all my telephones are going crazy about the Republicans and Democrats. That's the way we started the discussion. Everybody wants to call in. The numbers are 449-3095. Andy, I suspect you woke up on ants nest. 205. Somebody says, Matt, I studied in Barbados and lived there for a while. So I have many friends there. My friends there laugh at me every time we have an election when Skerritt is re-elected. It's a bad thing, a bad feeling to have friends and neighbors laughing at you.
Well, I told you, Matt, Mr. Skerritt's flexing with Dominica's money. He's flexing with Dominica's people. He's flexing with natural resources. He's making it so that he thinks it looks good on the outside and he's trying to popularize himself. But I'm going to tell you, Matt, it's failing and people are seeing it and they're seeing the position that we're in.
You think he's getting more unpopular on the outside?
I think he's getting more unpopular on the outside. We have never had a prime minister that has been this unpopular in the world right now.
You really believe that?
I know that for a fact. This is something that I believe.
So why are people, excluding you, of course, they fly in and vote with him after every election?
Well, again, like I can't answer for those people, but I'm going to tell you, Matt. Here's the thing. If you have to fly into your country to vote and you can't live in your own country,
or you can't buy your ticket,
what does that say about you? I mean, I'm not going to answer to that. I'm going to let the public decide on this one. I'm going to tell you the joy of voting is the fact that you live here and you want to see this country do good, and you know that this person is going to do things to better or to make this country a place that people want to come to and stay. So here you have it that they have to fly you in and give you a free ticket to come and vote. If anybody gave me a free ticket, I don't want to care whether it's to vote or use the toilet. I'm going to come. Perfect. That's just where I stand on things. But at the same time, Matt, what good are we doing? Are we really putting a name out there? Matt, I'm going to tell everybody out there, I carry a blue passport. I do not carry a Dominica passport when I travel. I got a visa for everything now if I use the Dominica passport.
So you can go to England now.
I never knew what a visa was until I used the Dominican passport. I mean, people are looking at us like, where do you come from? Why do you need a visa to come in here? You must be dangerous. It's almost like we have the stink of death every time we walk into an airport. You have a Dominican passport, sir? You should use this line. I'm like, Jesus Christ. We can't. The Dominican passport cannot hold water anymore, Matt. It doesn't hold. It's almost like, you know what? You want to give us a Dominican passport? Give us a passport cover to put in each one of these. We need to cover up that passport. We don't want to show people. It's like almost you are discriminated against if you have anything with the two birds and the crest on it. It's not good, you know, and we need to
So you don't feel a sense of pride when you travel with Dominican passport anymore?
No, it's scary. In fact, I'm afraid they'll pull me out of the line at any time. It's very scary.
It has become that bad?
It has become that bad. It is scary. I'm telling you. If you feel comfortable flying on your Dominican passport, then so be it. You are good. But I'm gonna tell you, it's nice to hear, welcome back, Mr. Jolly. It's good having you here. Enter. That's what I want to hear. You know, I have trouble with the Dominican passport coming back into Dominica. That's where I get the most trouble, coming back into my own country.
That's very true.
With my own passport. And it's like the people who scrutinize the Dominican passport more than anything else, they work here in this country.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back, Dominica. We have just about 50 more minutes.
I know it's bad.
Exciting news from AutoTrade. Incredible savings are here. Take advantage of AutoTrade's Thrifty Thursday promotion. Mark your calendars. On the last Thursday of each month, AutoTrade is offering up to 20% off items throughout the store. Yes, 20% off. But wait, here's more. Keep your eyes peeled for our exclusive deal of the day offer, bringing you even bigger discounts on select items. Whether you're looking for car accessories, maintenance essentials, or just browsing for a great deal, we've got you covered. So be sure to swing by AutoTrade every last Thursday. At AutoTrade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
The curtains are coming down on cultural competitions for Independence Celebrations 2024, brought to you by the Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development and the Cultural Division. Come witness the burst of culture at the finals. Cultural Finals Part 1, Friday, October 11th at the Old Mill Cultural Center at 5 p.m. Cultural Finals Part 2, Saturday, October 12th at the Pure Charles Secondary School at 3 p.m. and Cultural Finals Part 3, Sunday, October 13th at the Roosevelt Douglas Primary School at 3 p.m. Independence Celebrations 2024 Cultural Competitions. See you there. Pay nu, caro nu.
The Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development and the Cultural Division present a Night of Creole Elegance and Splendor. It's the 2024 National Miss World Duet Pageant. On Wednesday, October 23rd, 7 young ladies will vie for the title from 8 p.m. Come see Ciara Andrew from Montrachet, Ecstasia Laville from Warner, Jasilia Jacob from Paybush, Heidi Ellick from Grand Bay, Bianca Thomas from Massa, Treasure Anthony from Canefield, Zoraida Luis from Sufria. Ticket outlets, Bullseye Pharmacy and the Old Mill Cultural Center. Pricing, uncovered seating $60, covered seating $80, and sold only at the Old Mill Cultural Center. General admission at the gate $70. It's the National Miss World Duet Pageant on Wednesday, October 23rd from 8 p.m. at the Old Mill Cultural Center, sponsored by the Grand Bay Credit Union, the House of Lorraine, the National Cooperative Credit Union, Fort Young Hotel, and SG's Essentials all in one. You don't want to miss it. Be there.
Mouvement Créole assure tout le monde créole pour attention. Comité pour études créole Dominique et puis Radio QFM qui présenté Mouvement Créole. Tous les mardis soirs au 6 après-midi. Information, blague, interview, histoire, problème, discussion, reportage, apprendre parler et puis écrit créole. Lien avec TOTB créole. Bon musique créole. Mouvement créole. Nous fait un rendez-vous, messieurs, mesdames, tous les mardis soirs. QFM Kay frappé avec bon parole créole. Sans ça participer, qui est nous rapidement Mouvement créole à ce grand station qui FM. Boissez avec nous tous les mardis soirs 6h pour Mouvement créole. Matchez ça.
All right, somebody say here, Andy, you're so right. Mr. Jolly is so right. The immigration officers ask you where you come from, how long you were out, why did you go. Sounds familiar with China. They should be saying, I hope you had a nice flight. Welcome back home.
Welcome back. That's what I want to hear, Matt. That's why I use the blue passport. Can't trust the green one anymore.
Maybe we need some training.
We do.
Of the immigration officers.
Matt, I don't know why our people don't want to welcome us. It's like everywhere we go, like people love us. I mean, once they get to know who you are as a Dominican and they truly see you. But it's like here, it's almost like our people don't want us. It's like they don't want us back. They don't welcome us. They don't unless maybe it's our skin color or something. I don't know. Skin color, passport color. I don't know. I mean, we need to understand that we're in the customer service business. And we're not just in the customer service business for the cruise ship industry. We're in the customer service business for our own people. We're in the customer service business for every Dominican. When we see somebody comes through with a Dominican passport, you should say, thank you. That person is returning to where they were born, their homeland, their motherland. And we do not regard Dominica as the motherland. It's like we have so much envy and so much jealousy for our fellow man here. It's crazy. I don't understand it.
I want to talk to you a little bit about transportation. Is it difficult in Dominica?
It's impossible. Our roads.
How do we fix that problem, though?
Well, we have to. First of all, before we fix anything, we have too many derelict vehicles, derelict boats, derelict everything all over this country. We need to start picking up some of the things that are useless and they don't move. Matt, we have too many cars or boats, or we have some boats sitting on the. I mean, you remember that one right underneath the Canefield Cliff there?
It's still there.
Has been there for 7 years.
Since Maria.
We have some in Portsmouth that's been there for 7 years. We have cars in Roseau. There's a car in Roseau, right where the credit union used to be. That thing has been there since I left Dominica in 2000. That white car, it's been sitting on that corner for a very, very long. We need to remove some of that. We have to understand the roads are small already. So we need to make them better. And you know what we can do with most of our roads, man? And I don't even know if this is possible, but we need to put more one-way roads. We have too many two-way roads. We don't have space for two vehicles to pass.
People are parking and
plus
leaving
two people park. Two people park on each side. Plus you want two other cars. It's a 4-lane road.
We have to leave this cars outside of the city itself.
We gotta, man. It's too small for us. I mean, we're being stifled in here.
We have too many cars.
We may not have too many cars, Matt. We have inefficient use of parking and inefficient use of our roads.
How would you fix the parking problem in roads? How would you fix that?
You need a parking garage. You need a parking garage. We do not need to park. If Roseau didn't have any cars parked in Roseau would be still operable for many people. But we have too many cars parked all over the place. We have cars. We need a bus terminal. We don't have a bus terminal. Which country in the OECS does not have a bus terminal? Every country. You go to the Margaland and they have a bus terminal. Every country has a bus terminal. Everybody has a parking terminal. We don't have one. You park anywhere you want. You park on any street that you want for as long as you want. No rules, no regulations.
So you can park your car in the roads and go to Marigold in somebody's vehicle.
You could. And just leave it right and
leave it right there.
You know, Matt,
for days.
You know what? You know what's even most part? You can park it in the middle of the road and just go in, do your shopping, and come back out. And when you're done, because that's what some people do. They just park wherever they can. They have to. You know?
You don't have a choice.
We don't have a choice. We need more public restrooms. We have to understand. Here we are. We want to bring visitors. We want to bring big ships here that have 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people on them. We don't have a public restroom that's good in Roseau that can work.
I think there's one right there at the back of this.
Fort Young Hotel?
No, it's right there. As you get off the ship, you take a right, and there's a public where you have.
So we have one.
At least one.
Oh, we have one. Okay, good.
I'm trying to figure out the name of that place there, but we have one there.
But we have one.
Yes,
and it's
you
operational.
You have an attendant there, and you pay a little
you pay
dollar.
the attendant.
Yeah, at least we need more. But
we need more.
I'm speaking to.
We at least have one. Okay, good.
All right.
Well, we're on the right trail. If at least you can take a poop.
Yes, you can. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
I'm listening to your guest with with interest.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask him a genuine question. Not by one stretch of the imagination that I do not believe in what he's saying, but I want to ask him. Let's suppose there's electoral reform, and an election is called in April next year, and he decides to go up and he wins as the prime minister. What would he do differently to help to propel the country a little more? And would he suspend the economic citizenship investment, the CBI program?
Very genuine question. He said,
if I do go up for politics
and you won,
you know what? It's actually not a bad idea, because I have some good ideas. I'm going to tell you, I can run a business like anybody else.
Second question, part two. So, would you get rid of the economic citizenship program?
Well, here's what you have to look at. I think every
2-point question.
I'm going to tell you, and this has been my position. I've come on the radio and said that before. I think every country has an economic by citizenship program.
Right.
The U.S. even has one. The problem with the program that everybody has right now is very poorly run. There's no accountability. There's no transparency. There's no clarity. And Matt, there's very little verification. And even we have warnings that come through in Dominica. Our government fails to heed them. They could say, hey, Matt's a bad guy. Please don't give Matt a passport. Matt's a horrible person. We think if Matt comes into this country, he's going to do some damage. And our government would still give them a passport anyway. I mean, that's the problem. So I would not do that, because the CBI program is a very important program. There are people who are willing to invest in Dominica and would do good. However, the rules for this program, you can buy a Dominican passport and never visit Dominica. You can buy a Dominican passport and never spend a week to even know where we are. There are people who have Dominican passports that don't even know where Dominica is.
Never been.
That, for me, is a problem. You want to invest in Dominica? Come here, bring $1 million, start a business, employ some people. You know what? Buy a house on the beach. I don't care what you do from there. I will get you a passport. Stay here with us. Suffer with us. Grow this country with us. Show us that you are interested in our people. You are interested in our plants. You want to start a water factory? Come here. You want to start an agro factory? Come here. You want to start digging the salt off the beach? Come here. You want to start a herb or tea company? Come here. I'll give you a passport. There's no reason to cut this program off.
But your approach will be different.
But the approach has to be different. The reason why the approach is the problem we have these days, why we have so many visa restrictions and there are more visa restrictions coming too. I don't know if you all know that. There's more coming. I guarantee you, we talked about it last time. There's even more coming now, and they're going to be bigger and they're going to be worse for us. It's probably why all these visa restrictions are showing up. So that's my first question. And what do I do to propel the economy, sir?
What would you do as the prime minister?
Prime Minister, I am going to tell you.
First priority.
First priority, Matt, we got to start more small businesses. We have too many businesses that are leaving, closing up. The business climate, we are overtaxed by so much in this country, Matt. We have VAT overtax. We have the customs overcharged. We have every industry in Dominica, whether it be a water bill or gas bill or light bill, that is overtaxing us. We cannot grow this economy. We need a tax break. And this is what I'm telling you, Matt. You have given this country to people to run who have never run a business. These people do not understand how to stimulate an economy. They do not understand how economies work. Our prime minister has never gone to economy school. He has never run a business. We don't even know if he's ever balanced his own checkbook But we've given him the checkbook for Dominica. How is that possible? Did we do something smart here? To some extent, Matt, we have to blame ourselves. We give a man a checkbook and we don't even know if he can balance it. That's like giving your child the keys to your car and tell him, here you go, see if you can get yourself to school. That's crazy. So we at fault. So you want to grow Dominica, you need to fix the businesses here. You need to help the businesses that are here already. You need to figure out how to start new businesses. And you know what? I blame our prime minister for that, Minister Scarrett. He is the self-appointed minister for what?
Finance?
Not for finance. He used to be finance, which I don't understand. But he's now economic investment, supposedly, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, you're right.
Please. If, you know what? Is there a fact checker on board? I don't know if there's a fact checker on board.
You're right.
But he is self-appointed minister that's supposed to be bringing in investment into this country, bringing in businesses,
and he doesn't know
jobs,
and he doesn't know who owns that building there.
Well, I know. I don't think he doesn't. Don't say that. That is wrong. I'm a fact checker too. He doesn't want to say who owns the building.
Well, he knows.
Oh, I know he knows. He's well aware of who owns the building. A building that stays that empty for that long, that costs that much, Matt. Somebody has to know, right? Unless you're rubbing shoulders or Matt, or the only thing that is, or if we're bringing in money, which is money laundering, is that the word they use?
That's the term.
That's the term they use. We're just bringing money and we need to hide it and park it for a while. We build a building in Roseville and leave it empty because it's a shell company. That's what they do. I have shell companies. I know because I pass money for shell companies. I know what they are. You build a shell. The money goes through it. It comes out the other end somewhere. You don't even know where it is. So it's, it passed through. So again, if you want to grow this company, this country, you need to, one, grow the business base. Once you start growing the business base, Matt, then you're going to see everything about this economy improve. The next thing that we have to do, Matt, and I'm going to tell you, as soon as I take over, because this caller wants me to go up and take over. So when I take over, I really take over, Matt. The next thing we need to do is allow the police, the courts, I don't think we have IRS here, but we have Inland Revenue. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of the same as IRS. Same thing. We have to allow the schools. Those things need to be independent. We have too many things that are dependent on the government here, or a so-called waiting for a handout, or run by the government, or has influence over the government. There can be no country if these things are not run independently. I don't know. This is why they say Dominica is not a real place. Because the court system is not run independently. The police system is not run independently. The school system is not run independently. The tourist system is not run the economic system is not run independently. Nothing in this country is independent of the politics. Why do we think that politics is a good thing to attach to those things? I don't know who told us that. This is totally incorrect. Totally incorrect information. We need to detach those things, and then, Matt, people will see Dominica. Dominica has the ability and the capability, the potential to rise to the top. We have so many natural resources here. We have untapped beaches here. We have a lot of land. We have some of the best soil. We have water. We have rain. We have so many natural resources. But here we are begging the rest of the world on our knees to borrow us things. It's almost like we're like caterpillars walking around the tree and the leaves are right over us. So I don't know how that works, but it doesn't work very well for me.
All right, Dominica, very interesting conversation going on there with Mr. Jolly, Anderson Jolly. We'll take a few phone calls. We'll come back.
Mouvement créole à Secure. Tout le monde créole pour attention. Comité pour études créole Dominique. Et puis Radio QFM qui présenté. Mouvement créole. Tous les mardis soirs en 6 après-midi. Information, blagues, interviews, l'histoire, problème, discussion, reportage, apprendre parler et puis écrit créole. Lien avec TOTB créole. Bon musique créole, mouvement créole. À nous fait un rendez-vous, messieurs, mesdames, tous les mardis soirs. QFM qui est frappé avec bon parole créole. Sans ça participer, qui est nous? Rapidement, Timama, mouvement créole à ce grand station QFM. Boissez avec nous tous les mardis soirs, 6h pour mouvement créole. Matchez ça.
But I need something I see and really concerned or worried about. I see every other store in the city of Roseau being occupied by Chinese. I'm not against China, but I'm saying why are we allowing? I'm not a businessman, but why? You can tell me why. This is happening.
I mean, Matt, I don't have to tell you why. It's simple math. What we're doing is giving other people leverage about it. We're signing MOUs. Remember? What do
Well,
these?
is that fair to our local businesses though?
I don't. Matt, I'm not in the business of saying what's fair or not. I'm going to tell you, you have to understand that we've put leaders in place that seem to favor things be done a certain way. So if you go ahead, Matt, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you are growing grass, or you're growing, let's say you decide you're growing tomatoes, the left side of your house has very fertile soil, and the left side doesn't have fertile soil. Chances are, if you're a smart person, you might mix the soil up a little bit, mix the left with the right, and maybe you'll get an even crop.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, here it is that again, like I told you, we are literally oppressing our own people. It is harder here for Dominicans than for any other population group. It is harder for us to come into Dominica. It is harder for us to do banking. It is harder for us to, own better vehicles. Everybody else has nicer things than our own people. What's going on? Are we being fooled?
So we cater for the tourists. We're not taking of our own
We
people.
cater. You know what? The only time we pave the bayfront is for the tourists. We don't pave the bayfront. We don't pave in front of the other guy's small business down the road in Kings Lane. We don't fix the potholes that are on Great George Street or King George V Street. We don't take care of what's on Hillsborough Street. We're catering and we're treating everybody else. Every time people come here, they come here with their nice smiles, their nice jackets,
They're gone.
and then they're gone. And who do they leave behind? Us, the people. We do not cater for ourselves. We do not welcome our brothers and sisters. We do not treat our own brothers and sisters better than everybody else here. We treat them worse.
All right, let's take a few phone calls. Yes, very interesting conversation there with Mr. Anderson Jolly. Talk to me, yes?
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Andy Jolly.
Good afternoon.
Oh, everything you say, you speak on my behalf. Every time you are there, I am happy. All I'm telling you, if you are walking around Roseau, put your mask for you not to inhale the bad scent in the gutter and watch your step. I just don't know. The man they give to run the country, he could not even add to and too much as to mind something else. Thank you.
Thank you. Somebody saying, I need to give up this nursing job and come work for Mr. Jolly. My man, he's hitting the nails on the head there. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Yes, Matt.
Yes,
I
sir.
told you already, no, brother man. This is kind of this man really for Dominica, brother man. And the pitch is better, I'm moving better, and everybody is feeling nice and dandy, ready to go. Yeah, but we're ready yet.
All right, somebody saying, Matt, are the Chinese who they don't pay, I think he's trying to make the point, they don't pay VAT.
Well, I don't. Again, Matt, I don't know. I'm not Chinese, and I you know what? I'm going to just tell you that the notice is that if we walked up there, chances are, we couldn't get into the financial center. But let as they say it in patois, Moun Blanc, Vinila. Mortier, welcome, of course. They're for you. Would you like a drink, sir? Yeah.
Somebody's asking you, Andy. I don't know if that's outside your remit, but I know your mom live around there because I've been to your mom's house. Mr. Jolly, have you seen the mansions being built in Mount Daniel by Mr. Skerritt? If you have seen it, I invite you to visit it and compare it to to the other infrastructure example for farm roads. And is Mr. Skerritt being selfish compared to what we see out there?
Do you want me to answer the question? Or I live right there, Matt. In fact,
I know your mother live right there.
I live right next door. I'm gonna tell you that.
You've seen this man.
I live right next door. I live right next door. In fact, I don't even want to live there. I don't like it. You know what? I don't like it because here it is that the roads are being fixed around the mansions, but to get to the roads that are there are so horrible and so poor. I mean, I mentioned that last time I was here. I was like, look, man, fix the roads to Mont Daniel. At least that way my back doesn't break when I go up with the seatbelt, going up the roads, But, Matt, here's the thing. Again, we have to consider what's important here. Do we put an emphasis on farmers bringing crops to our markets or providing crops for hucksters? Or do we put an emphasis on the mansion or the mansions in Mont Daniel?
But
which one do we do it? We put the emphasis on the mansion in Mont Daniel because it's
why $64,000?
$64,000 plus. That's just for the rent.
Is that fair to the people of Dominica?
Well, I don't know what's fair to the people of Dominica, but I can tell you the people of Dominica don't live in $64,000 mansions. In fact, most people here, Matt, live in a house that's about $2,000 a month. So this is exactly what I come back to when I say that we have elected leaders, political leaders that have forgotten what the common man really feels like, looks like, and experiences on a daily basis. This person has literally forgotten everything about Dominica. And if they haven't, they are mischievously doing it. Because to see the suffering, I walk around Roseville every day, Matt. I can't tell you how many times I miss a fall. But if you have somebody that doesn't walk around Roseville, they don't care about the sidewalks. They don't care about the gutters. They don't care about the fact that, guess what? The traffic is so close, it misses you on every run because they never walk that way. It's not their business.
Hello, on telephone, yes? Good afternoon. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, yes.
Yeah, listening to you guys and it's very interesting. But the point is, Dominica is a democratic country on paper, but not in practice. And some of the other leaders in the Caribbean, they're a bunch of political parasites. I see the leader of Barbados was at the UN recently talking a lot of crap. Meanwhile, that very woman sent her policemen to Dominica to use tear gas on the people of Dominica. How can you criticize Israel for what is going on in the Middle East when you send your own people in your neighbor's backyard to use tear gas on them? Does that make sense?
All right. Hello. We'll answer that question in a minute. Let's take a few calls there. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hey, Matt, what's up? Good afternoon.
My brother, how you doing?
Boy, I'm good. And Andy, what's up, Andy?
Doing good.
Matt, I listened to Andy a little while ago. Well, that's really what I was trying to get it, but I wasn't able to get it. And Andy was saying something there which I kind of, to me, it's kind of confusing. Well, not confusing, but Andy is saying that Skerritt lies a lot. I think that's what he said, right?
I think so. I don't think he used the word lie. He's speaking on truths. That's more diplomatic way of saying it.
At that point, Matt, I thought you were talking about Trump. Because that's one of the things Trump and Skerritt have in common. So, I know he said do not look at the man, but you've got to look at the man because Matt, Trump is crazy. And you can't be saying you don't look at the man and look at the policies. What are Trump's policies? Yeah, you talk about your book and your business and so on. But overall, that is you individual, but overall, is he best? I'm not an American, I care about America. Or you follow the news and you follow what's happening. Yeah, they say, well, you listen to certain media, they say it's shaded and those are skewed. But when you listen to Trump is a crazy man. Trump never answers a question. And that is one of the things, some of the things that he and Skerritt have in common.
All right,
well, I'm going to tell you.
Compare the both individuals.
Well, they're both politicians. And I'm going to tell you, politicians will lie to you. I don't know how many times I've come on this show and say, don't believe anything a politician tells you. People hang their hearts on these politicians, and they look at it and they say, hey, this politician said this and said that. And I'm going to tell you, I really think the politicians are trying to pull wool over our eyes when they tell us certain things. The promises that these people make, the values that they have, these are not real people. A lot of times the things that they do are not in the best interest of the people. And right now, Matt, we have quite a few bad actors out there where these people are very interested in themselves, their family, and their friends. So, I mean, should I tell you, listen to Trump, listen to Mr. Scarrett? I don't know. They're both the same, if you ask me. Because guess what? We haven't had any good news out of that camp in a long time. Neither of these camps. So, I mean, you know, you six or half a dozen. I think it's the same thing, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. But what I am here to tell you is that
about policy.
You have to look at the policies and you have to see how the policies affect you. Some of the policies may be good for Matt. They may be bad for me. Again, look at how things affect your bottom line. Right now, Matt, I'm going to tell you something. The politician or politicians, I'm not blaming just Mr. Scar. I think all of them. How can they possibly not see that the price of things have gone up in the stores significantly? How are they going to deal with these?
How do you correct that? Because everybody's complaining about
Matt, we're being overtaxed. The taxes at the ports are killing us. The inefficiency, the taxes, those things are killing us. We are being overtaxed and we are inefficient. Therefore, we're wasting money or spending money on things we don't. We need to become more self-sufficient, efficient, and reduce the taxes here. We're overtaxed.
So the DAIC that represents private sector don't see that and don't talk about it?
Well, I think they see it and talk about it, but I don't think the DAIC has any power. So they don't do anything. Again, here it is that you have government leading private sector, even in private sector industry. The government here is actually competing with the private sector. What are we talking about? The government thinks they are private sector in Dominica. How ridiculous is this? I mean, we live in literally, this is why they call us a third world country. The government is competing with their private, the people who pay them taxes to pay their salary, they're competing with them. How is that possible? Then they're wondering why things are so high. Obviously, because the people in the private sector, they have competition. You have to try to beat your competition and stay ahead of your competition. The government is the competition for the private sector here in Dominica. We have prices that are way too far gone. We have an inefficient port and customs system that needs to be revamped. That is what we should have done a reset on. So we should have reset that.
So if the taxes at the airport or the taxes at the port come down, we will see less on medicines, for sure.
Well, medicines are I believe only medicines have VAT only.
Right.
Matt, we have VAT, 15%. Every Dominican pays an extra 15% on just their medicine. In the US, you pay no taxes on medication. You pay no taxes on food. You pay no taxes on baby products, a lot of baby products, meaning baby milk, right, etc. Mac, we're overtaxed here. We pay taxes on everything. And not only that, Matt, everybody pays these taxes. Everybody. Except some people who might come in. Maybe you have a different color passport. Maybe you get by. But I'm going to tell you, Matt, our system is geared to literally take all the money from your pocket in Dominica. If you are Dominican, our job is to empty your pocket. Take everything from you.
Hello on the telephone. Yes.
Mr. Pente, blessings to you, sir.
Blessings to you, sir.
I said I was not going to call him, but listening to that man with that warrior spirit, his dad was a cool person. But in our private conversation, I could see his concern. My beloved brother, thank you and welcome home. What's up?
Thank you. I'm doing good. And yourself?
Blessings. I give him thanks. If you're living in a village, and Dominica is considered a village, it is too small to escape the stench of nastiness, corruption, and garbage for you to not pay attention to it and call it what it is. Matt, you know, Labas is next to Mondaniel, Matt. Do you know Labas is next to Mont Daniel, man?
Yes, I know that.
All right. So everything in Dominica is Skerrit iron thing, so you can just say Labas Skerrit, meaning it's his own. Maybe, I don't know if you want to claim the name for himself. I listened to a caller asking the brother, what would he do differently? These people, the pineal glands must be calcified so much, and they become numb to the fact that's the way it is in the status quo. What he can come and do better now, they're criticizing. He's not criticizing. He's critiquing. And that's the pastors, the priests, the bourgeoisies, the Nazis, the Astafans. Matt, is Astafan still being managed by foreigners, Matt? Foreign management? Matt, okay, are you there with me?
Yeah. Yes, I'm here.
Are they still being managed by foreigners?
I don't know. I don't know to an extent.
Well, you heard about the Trinidadians were managing the company. It was not sold.
Oh yes, I heard they managing the company there for I think one company, J. Asselman Company. A lot of Trinidadians take in management positions. That I know. Yes.
And I'm not referring to them, Matt. That is how wicked, diabolic, selfish, and greedy some people can be. To put up a front, put up a brave face. It has failed. We're living in a pariah state, a failed state. So you could be all the pretentious all you can be, rather than putting all kind of thing, go there in that supermarket. Hey, what man, the price of goods and services way up in the sky to survive. The hell the everyday man have to be surviving. When all you finish, blame poor people or young people don't want to work, or it's crime, or it's prostitution, or it's all of that. Man, I want to commend you highly. I've listened to you through the years. Coming down, you could mind your own business even if you fall on the sidewalk and have nothing to say because your pocket, your bank book, and everything may be filled. All you have to do is kill people by jollies too. But I know jollies, that's not the case, reasonable enough. And these criminals in this land that know everything about God, when homosexual issues are concerned and other things that, hey, you hear pastors and priests, I would not want to say backing out, be insinuating that they're dogs. But they're talking out loud. And when national, political, and economic and environmental matters is taking place, they keep the you-know-what short. So I want to commend you, bro, your daddy. I always seem smiling when I come in on the business place. Blessings.
Blessings. Take a quick break. We'll come back, Dominica. Yes.
The curtains are coming down on cultural competitions for Independence Celebrations 2024. Brought to you by the Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development and the Cultural Division. Come witness the best of culture at the finals. Cultural Finals Part 1, Friday, October 11th at the All Mill Cultural Center at 5 p.m. Cultural Finals Part 2, Saturday, October 12th at the Pure Charles Secondary School at 3 p.m. And Cultural Finals Part 3, Sunday, October 13th at the Roosevelt Douglas Primary School at 3 p.m. Independence Celebrations 2024 Cultural Competitions. See you there. Pay nu, caro nu.
Bloombox brings you our new branch right in the heart of Roseau to make things even easier for you to get all the best products we have in stock. Bloombox Roseau on the corner of Hanover Street and Dewey Lane, next to Richard Wholesale, the same block as Western Union. Bloombox Roseau, a farmer's favorite place. New location, same great products for all your planting needs. We're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call us at 235-3483. Bloombox, your one-stop shop for everything that grows. Let's bloom together.
All right, Dominica, we're back. It's only 13 more minutes, but I promise you'll hear a lot from Mr. Jolly in the few weeks, next few weeks on Q95. So stick around. Let's play this voice note.
Brother Matt, just coming from an appointment at a factory, and not long ago I visited, 10 years now, a factory warehouse where pharmaceuticals were being stored and made outside Seattle, Washington. And it was owned by Jolly, young Jolly. I didn't know him. He was the son of the pharmacist. who had Jolly Pharmacy in Roseau. If that is the gentleman on the radio with you this afternoon, he will remember me. Extend my heartfelt regards to him. Tell him I'm very proud of him as I was proud of his father, what he represented in way of industry, pharmaceutical industry. And that is the kind of leadership we need in Dominica. People who are not afraid to speak truth to power and to be honest in the critique of the wretched country we've become under the leadership of those who've forgotten from where they came and can live in $64,000 a month mansions while the ordinary persons of Dominican descent struggle and suffer because of that kind of corrupt leadership. So God bless the gentleman, and I wish that he could consider working with other patriotic Dominicans for that time when intelligent Dominicans like himself can apply their intelligence to making Dominica a more industrious, prosperous, and honestly run country. Give him my heartfelt regards to you. God bless you. God bless our country. And change will come soon when we make up our minds to make that happen.
All right. Mr. Gabriel Christian, an attorney at law.
I think I had an opportunity to meet him. It's surprising who you run into every now and then. But I mean, for your callers out there, I know that many of them may be a little wary as to where I go, but I have to tell them that I run an empire right now that brings in close to $100 million a year, and when I left Dominica, I left with $1,000. So I don't get me wrong, man. I'm just trying to place my track record to where I see things going. So maybe you might be big critics out there, and I admire critics, but I tell people let's see where the rubber meets the road. Let's sit down and we can analyze things, and we can say, okay, here's what you've done, and here's what I've done, and I believe life is kind of like a GPA, which is your grade point average, right, Matt? When you went to school, if Matt got 80% on the test and Andy got 90, then Andy did better than Matt, But here it is that now we're in society, and I don't know what the GPA is. Everybody thinks they have an idea of how to do things, and many people don't really look at the GPAs
But with all
anymore.
of this, Andy, I mean, all the great advice you've given over the years, has anybody approached you from the government circles to come talk, sit down, and have a conversation?
I've never been I would happy to have a conversation with anybody, because I think Dominica has so much room for growth and improvement. But as I told you, Matt, I don't think a lot of people are interested in that. I think they're interested in news headlines, because this is what we seem to think matter. I mean, that's why I believe that our prime minister is like flexing with Dominica. He's using Dominica to boost the impression of himself. If we really want to make headlines, let's sit down and try to calculate how much money we have in the treasury. Let's sit down and try to figure out what our balance sheet is. Let's try to figure out how much we actually owe and who we owe it to. Let's see how we can start to, Matt, all the people that we have selling CBI out there, let's bring them back in and let's see if they can just sell Tuapito water or just regular water. Let's find markets for this. There's so many places. Look, there was a huge hurricane down in North Carolina, right? Mm-hmm. They need water. What do we have? We have water. Unlimited. We have so much water underneath our grounds here. Stones are falling off the cliff because we have water. We have spring water. We have river water. We have rainwater. We have seawater. We have all sorts of things going on. But yet we can't use those natural resources. And
we have markets out there.
We have markets out there for them, and I don't even know why our light bill is still going up. Because we have so much sunlight. Why aren't we using solar energy? Why aren't we using those resources? We have not done very well in using the proper things. And that is because our government has not put the right focus on things that we need.
On the telephone, are you there? We have just about 7 more minutes. I promise you,
Yes.
Andy will be back sometime next week. Yes?
the people we have, they call the government. They don't want to do this thing. They are lazy. The only thing they are there to do when this election passes, sit down and plan for the other election in 2 years' time. That is all they are doing. Thank you.
All right.
So now you're saying that we have career politicians because that's what political people do. You go in there and you have a party for the first two years or 3 years, and then for the next year or the next 2 years, you're planning how you're going to win the next one. So really and truly, I mean, we have career politicians, and these people are gaming the system, and really, Matt, it's creating a crisis for Dominica. And I think we're seeing it slowly come home. We have some things to worry about. We're going to get another huge cost increase in Dominica here in the next 4 months.
How, again, just a simple question to wrap it up, Andy. How do we fix it? But before that, some student was sending me a message. Matt, coming from the college, from a college student. Mr. Jolly's right. The man is PM over 24 years. Never done anything else in his life other than being a teacher. Imagine a whole population on the state covering all your bills and expenses after forcing yourself in power at such a young age. For 24 years, of course, you're telling the NEP workers to save $200. You're not making. You don't even see the man walking around unless he campaigning or don't. He doesn't see what's on in the grocery stores. He doesn't do any grocery shopping.
He's never. So therefore, there's somebody who has no experience. You know, Matt, I went to the grocery store just last week. $1,000.
Just like that.
1,000. There's two people. $1,000. That was shopping just for a couple weeks. $1,000. I mean, again, okay, fine. You want us to pay $1,000, then increase people's salary. But we have people here who are making minimum wage. What is Dominica's minimum wage, Matt? Isn't it $4.50 or something? What's our minimum wage? $4.50 EC dollars, I think, our minimum. And somebody can correct me if we have a fact checker out there. What is $4.50 an hour do for anybody? We cannot survive on this. And here it is that he's not even coming up and saying, hey, I'm going to decrease the duties at the customs. I'm going to make things a little cheaper. Maybe we subsidize this. Matt, our water bill's going up. Our light bill's going up. The food in the markets are going up. Our cost of living is going up. The rent is going up. Digicel's going up. Flow doesn't work. And then there's a few other things. But I mean, let's put everything in perspective, all right? Things need, at some point in time, to normalize. And how do you normalize that? If everything's going up around you, your people's salaries need to increase. But you know what our government does? They look at their salaries first.
They have.
And everybody else is last. I do not know how we did this, but we designed, if it was by design, but the population of Dominica has been put in the last position by the government.
Hello, talk to me. Yes, they have increased their
1 minute, Mark. 1 minute.
Yes,
Mark,
yes.
Look at something. Look at something, my brother. Even if somebody did not go to school, Mark, you have a lot of people that did not even enter high school, and they're quite successful in life. They become millionaires. Let us say the boy never worked nowhere more than being a teacher and all of that, and he had a good heart. But you have several aspects of management. You have that person there is an economist, that person there is an accountant, that person there in a business. So you're learning from everybody. And if you have love for your country going to just, elevate, shoot up to space smart. But if you have people that are criminally minded, can you imagine, and you, Dr. Jolly, what if it is true because the building, the first mansion in Mount Daniel, is built or was built on land his wife father bequeathed to her? Was it sold to Anthony Hayden? What if we're paying him $64,000 rent for living in his own mansion? And that's how dehumanized and animalistic and malicious some people can be. Evil. Thank you.
All right, somebody's asking a question.
Well, the land that the mansion is built on was actually my uncle's land.
So you know something about
So
that?
my uncle actually sold that land, and he sold it because him and my mom were at war.
Oh, okay.
So he sold it. But the other piece of land up top does belong to the parents of his wife. Yes. So I know about that. I bought that piece of land with my dad.
2.5 years ago, the Prime Minister said this would be his last time in office. A few days ago, he says, I don't know whether it will go up again. But you think it's a good idea whether the Prime Minister should tackle that Prime Ministership?
I don't think we should believe anything our Prime Minister says. I think I said that on the show previously.
So you don't,
honestly,
you don't believe him?
I don't believe very much. I wish our Prime Minister would stop breaking ground on things. Instead, tell us when they're done. It's almost like
you think it's time for some fresh ideas.
Well, not fresh ideas. Just tell us when the soup is ready to eat. Don't tell us you're putting it in the pot and you're going to put it on the fire. No, I'm adding celery and I'm adding pepper. Just call me when dinner's ready, okay? Please. This is what we put you up here for. We put you up on the podium to do a job. We hired you. We paid you. We told you go get the job done. Can you call me when the job is done? And this is why I think we should never, ever hire any politician that has not run a business, because this is what we will get. This is what we'll end up with. We will have somebody that has very, very little regard or even disregard for money. We will have somebody that cannot manage people. We will have somebody that cannot manage policy. And we will have somebody who does not know how to run a company, which is, I consider Dominica a company. It's an island. You need to know what the balance, the profit, the loss, when we should take a loan or where we shouldn't. We are doing things right now and we don't know. We have lost our direction. That's because we did not sit down and clarify what direction we're going in. We are lost.
Andy, on that note, you'll be back next week.
I will. I'm around for a while. You just call me anytime we need to have a conversation on something. There's always something popping up.
Exactly. So see you around, Dominica. This is it for us on the Talk on the Block. And the Anderson Jolly. He's here for a while. He's going to spend a lot of time with us over the next few months, okay? Time for Flow Dominica.
Ou kwe ou bien mawe, ayen pa ka mache, e ka som ki la beauté sole. Les autres moun ka fait bien, yo ka vivi meye, y ka brûle tche le ouwe, la ouye. Écoutez, monsieur, madame, on t'y vite moi le compagne, peut-être faire rien sans garder, pour la ou ka sauter, pas sauter, on pas na pia, t'es corps attendit faire, que t'es bien branché la ouye. Pas sauter votre panapia, t'es quoi dans différent, que t'es bien branché là, yeah. Passo la panito. Et qui démarre le corps, voilà. Pas sauter votre panapia, t'es quoi dans différent, t'es bien branché là, yeah. Pas sauter votre panapia, t'es quoi dans différent, t'es bien branché là, yeah. Pas sauter dans panapia, pas jeter dans différent, pas sauter dans panapia, branché là, yeah. Allez, bon bah. Pas sauter dans panapia, t'es quoi dans différent, t'es bien branché là, yeah. Pas sauter dans panapia, t'es quoi dans différent, t'es bien branché là, yeah.
Danger Entertainment alongside NSC Nightclub and Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited brings you Independence Guapa 2024. Straight out of Kingston, Jamaica, Chanel Muir.
What a good thing, me only fame impress people.
Dance hall superstar, Chanel.
You don't see me exclusive. And then he came up here, me in a hype.
The Daybreak Specialist, TK International, Hooters, Quad, Superline, DJ MJ, more music juggling by DJ Silent, DJ Bucket, Danger Dane, and DJ Snow. Independence Guapwell, Thursday, October 24th at the Factory on Valley Road from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Admission, only $100 for Tier 1, $300 VIP. Win a 5-day expense-paid trip to see Vibes Cartel Concert live in Jamaica. Must buy an advance ticket to enter. Tickets available at Bullseye Pharmacy and Defects. Independence Guapwell, Thursday, October 24th. This event is sponsored by Heineken, Floppy Talk, Coca-Cola, Smirnoff, Rockstone, Johnny Walker, Jude Law, Passion Restaurant and Bar, MO News, Ticket Pal, Adam Sound, Amber Visuals, By Accident Film, Belfast Estate, BB Rum, Kyrie FM, Flow, Dominica. It's gonna be crazy.
Leave me alone, I got no worries. Yeah, you miss me. Do you miss me?
Ploni en magasin neuf à Séoul. IWV avait power pour mener service bao. Nous te promettons innovation avec nous qu'a délivré à présent. Boutique Flow à Séoul. Power pour mener bao bon qualité service avec produit ou ça taper à plus gros magasin Flow. Si vous voulez gagner un portable neuf ou registrer pour un service neuf, fait en plainte, ou bien payer en bill, ou bien simplement marquer en chection, ou ça fait tout ça. Côté magasin Flow à Séoul. Comme ça, les oué magasin Flow à Séoul en communauté ou bien en Laobia, pas peur. Venez pour quitter travailler Flow ba au bon service professionnel. Magasin Flow à Séoul, n'importe place, n'importe l'air. Ka vini à pala pour tout. Flow ka vini tout de suite, à dans en l'occasion tout pué.
The new Flow Store on Wheels is here and ready to serve you. We promised you innovation and we have delivered. The Flow Store on Wheels is equipped to provide all the great products and services available at our Flow Experience Center. If you want to purchase the latest smartphones, sign up for a new service, log a fault, pay a bill, or simply make an inquiry, you can do it all at our Flow Store on Wheels. Now that's what you call full service on wheels. So when you see our Flow Store on Wheels in your community or on your street, don't be shy. Stop by and let our professional team serve you. The new Flow Store on Wheels, convenience and reliability at your doorstep. Coming soon to a location near you.
You an easy way to pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Then you're on your way.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Hurricane season can be unpredictable, but your business doesn't have to be. In the face of adversity, you need a partner that goes above and beyond. Choose the path of resilience and certainty with C&W Business. Through disaster recovery as a strategy solution, C&W Business will safeguard your critical data, maintain seamless communication channels, and help you bounce back faster than ever before. Visit our website, cwcbusiness.com/myopenbusiness to learn more. Remember, a safe business is an open business.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
Flow is going green. As Flow continues to enhance its services and communication with you, the company announces a transition from paper to electronic bills from October 1st, 2024. With Flow e-bills, customers will receive billing information securely and conveniently without any interruptions. From October 1st, enjoy faster and efficient delivery. No more waiting for postal delivery. 24/7 access. Access your bill online anytime. Maintaining an eco-friendly environment. Reduce paper clutter. Convenient payment options. Pay via MyFlow app directly from the link in the email. Flow customers who are new to e-billing should provide or update their personal contact information with a valid email address. To ensure your personal contact information is up to date, visit any Flow store. Contact customer care at any time. Toll free at 1-800-804-2994 or visit discoverflow.co. Flow is keeping you connected.
Dominica, are you ready to rise and wine? The most anticipated event of the year is join Infinite Entertainment in association with Campari and Patty Shack as they transform the Botanic Gardens into one big happy place on Sunday, October 20th from 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Rise and Wine 2024. We've got an amazing all-star lineup performing live international soca sensation Lyrical, backed by a live band, the stage god himself, Frigo Suave, straight from New York. One of the hottest DJs out of St. Martin, DJ Blaze, and your host, Patrick, the hype man, Anthony. Get ready for non-stop vibes from Dominica's very own unstoppable DJs, DJ Appy, DJ Snow, Major Mystic, DJ Rems, and DJ Silent, plus electrifying performances by Signal Band, Dirty Dog Bullets, and Kenny G. Tier 2 tickets are just $140 and are available now at Patty Shack, the Flow Store, ticketlinks.com, and committee members. Don't miss out.
Roots Rock Bar and Grill presents Reggae Night Wednesday, each and every Wednesday, featuring selected urban and special guest DJs, 9 p.m. till very late. Drink specials, Roots Rock Bar and Grill in Tata. See you there.
Dirty Makila, MPG.
All right, so guys, we got about 12 minutes outside of the hour of 3 right now. Good afternoon, Dominica. Once you hear this, you know what time it is. It's Friday. Victoria and Davina, good afternoon. I want to crochet this afternoon. If you're celebrating your birthday today, I want to say happy birthday to you. Cut the cake and celebrate some more life and more blessings upon you. Wishing you all the best on your special day. And of course, many, many more birthdays to come. And of course, guys, Flo's excited to be a part of this journey with our customers, empowering them to fully immerse themselves in all things Dominican. Through our cutting-edge fixed and mobile solutions, we are offering the freedom to stay connected, share memorable moments, and participate in every heartbeat of the celebration. Of course, we're giving you guys the opportunity to save up to $98 monthly when you bundle your internet and mobile service. Bundle your services today for unbeatable savings with Flow. And to all my folks thinking about postpaid, with our postpaid plans, you can sign up for a postpaid plan and get a Samsung smartphone valued at $599 for free. Switch for 46. Switch to Flow's prepaid service today and get a brand new smartphone with 46 gigs of data and 50% off our 30-day plan for the next 5 months for only $146. That's the vibe here today. That's my tune for the season, you know. Listen. And I want to say congratulations going out to our customer experience monthly winners as we celebrate Customer Service Week. We're taking a moment to appreciate our amazing customers who make it all possible. A big shout out going out to Sharon Vidal, Nikki Athanas, and Latisha Francis for being this month's lucky winners. Thank you for your continued support. Remember, you could be next. Switch, sign up, bundle, or pay your bill in full and on time for a chance to win exciting prizes.
Select up and run the
You're celebrating your birthday today. Big up yourself. Jasmine up there in Antigua. How you doing today? Happy Friday going out to you. It's the weekend. Here we go.
Someone like you, someone like you, someone like you, someone like you, someone like you. Someone like you, someone like you. You put your trust in this girl. You could give her the whole world. You could give she diamonds. You could give she pearls. No matter what you do, you could say, baby, I love you. If she wants the next match, she still go cheat on you. Because these girls ain't loving no more. They only come and put sadness in your door.
Yeah, man, that's my tune right there.
The girl that I love and adore.
Hold on, guys.
Someone like you, someone like you.
Selector Urban.
Someone like you.
These girls ain't loving no more.
Someone like you.
If y'all disagree with me, hit me up right now. Hit me up on my flow phone. Send me a WhatsApp. 612-6006, right? Hit me up on my flow phone.
You could give she pearls. No matter what you do, you could say, baby, I love you. If she want the next match, she still go cheat on you.
Oh, yes.
These girls ain't
loving no more.
They only come and put sadness in your door. You only girl that I love and adore. But she belongs to the streets, I ain't care no more.
Oh, no.
Someone like you, someone like you. Someone like you.
Ursha, give me a break in my life, please. And thanks.
Someone like you, someone like you. Someone like you, someone like you. Me want to keep up, not no hard killer. Someone like could look, put a ring on a finger. Drink some tequila, take a trip to Anguilla. Someone like could spoil someone, put on my diva. But you mind so toxic. And once upon a time I was loved. But I read my love in a bucket. But now if this love me go up it. Someone like you, someone like you. Someone like you, someone like you.
Let me pick up for Evelyn one time. Good afternoon to you.
Someone like you, someone like you.
Rewind and come back again, selector. Yeah, when the music is hot, take it back from the top.
Yo. I can't be without you. In my feelings, boy. Wait, freeze.
I'm in my feelings today.
Someone like you, someone like you. 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 You put your trust in this girl. You could give her the whole world. You could give she diamonds. You could give she pearls. No matter what you do, you could say, baby, I love you. If she want the next match, she still go cheat on you. Because these girls ain't loving no more. They only come and put sadness in your door. She was the only girl that I love and adore. But she belong to the streets, I ain't care no more. Someone like you, someone like you. Someone like you, someone like you. Someone like you, someone like you. Someone like you.
Let me take a trip to Anguilla.
Me want to keep up,
I want to big up to the folks at the Fashion Center one time. Good afternoon. Shout out to the folks at the Beauty Island. Good afternoon to you guys. How you doing?
Spoil someone like who call my dear, but you man so toxic. And once upon a time I was toxic. Carried my love in a bucket, but now if you still love me, go duck it. Someone like you, someone like you. Someone like you.
Checking this one coming from a DJ Wiz and a Shorty. This one called Someone Like You.
Someone like you. Someone like you. Someone like you. I can't be without you, without you, without you.
I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be, yeah. I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be, yeah. We jam it to the fullest. We jam it, we party to the fullest. Hard. Take shots to the fullest. Shots. Enjoy life to the fullest. Well done, nails done too. Gucci on my neck, Nike on my foot. Link me at the bar. I'm a big superstar. Rolling in the club, you can spot me from far. It's a drink up, when we link up, when we link up. I say when we link up. I say it's a drink up, when we link up, when we link up. It's a drink, put your glasses in the air. Put your cups in the air. Put your bottles in the air. Put your bottles in the air. Shots in the air. Shots. That I'm living my best life.
That's what you got to do. You got to live your best life. Emily Empress.
I'm living my best life.
Sign up with Flow today.
I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be. I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be. Yeah. No more stress. Time to impress. Put on a dress. It's a bunny empress. No more stress. Time to impress. Put on a dress. Live life to the best.
Mr. Special, big up yourself one time. Happy birthday to you, my brother. Wishing you all the best today. And of course, many, many more birthdays to come. Have a good one. And also want to shout out Tasties on the promenade. Good afternoon. Jasmine, good afternoon to you as well. How you doing today? Happy Friday going out to you. Big up yourself.
Said I'm living my best life. Said I'm living my best life. I'm living my best life. I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be. I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be.
Oh! We're crossing the bridge. Next side now. Where it began, I can't begin to know when, but then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Wouldn't believe you come along.
Listen.
Hands, touching hand, reaching out, touching me, touching you.
If you know this one, just sing with me right now. Good afternoon.
Caroline.
If your name is Caroline and you're locked in at this time, pick up yourself. That one that's just for you.
To believe they never would. No, look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We filled it up with only two. And when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? One, touching one, reaching out, touching me.
27 minutes outside the hour 3 right now.
Oh, 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 sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined.
Of course, you can enjoy the freedom to browse this independent season with 25% off for 6 months when you sign up to a broadband plan.
Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. She want that up. She take that up. She bend like that. She like that up. She want this. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah, 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 ah. Ooh, 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 ooh. She want that up. She take that up. She bend like that. She like that up. She want this. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah, 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 ah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Cross the bridge. He got. He got. He got. Watch out. That was it. That was it. Every shot. That was it. That was it. I want to dive in your under my body. I want to swim up in your. What a hole, what a hole, what a hole. Just let me dive in your. Oh, just let me swim up in your. Let me dive, baby. Oh, I think come on. What about, 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 what about. I bubbled up at 6 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Flash after flash, I can't stop the party. I've been getting in the Friday morning. We put in the shot girls, giving them this rewarding. I bubbled up at 6 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Flash after flash, I can't stop the party. I've been getting Friday morning. We put in the shot girls, giving them this rewarding. It's all about C-O. Everybody love to bet. It's all about C-O. Come and make your body sweat. It's all about C-O. You gonna get what you expect. It's all about C-O. It's that time you won't regret. It's all about C-O. We flying high up like a jet. It's all about C-O. High-tech intellect. It's all about C-O. Everybody love to bet. It's all about C-O. C-O is a thing that I really love. When I press pop like a rocket take off. So much woman don't know which one I want. I want. Love to see the girl with the big bodies. Love to see the girl with the big fat booties. See what in the night in bridge and soupies. I don't want to sleep, I just want to party. I'm a hard boy. I'm a hard boy. NBA, I'm a hard boy. Larry is a hard boy. We like them crazy, on my stage. Rena, let me see this crazy. I have
Save up to $98 monthly when you bundle your internet and mobile service. Bundle your services today for unbeatable savings with Flow. Anybody heading to Independence Gopal? What about Rise and Wine? Win tickets today. Check it out at the Flow store right now. Miss Platinum, good afternoon to you. How you doing today? Everything good?
is a hot boy. We let me look. We let me look. We let me look.
How about this one coming from us, guys, one time? That one they call Hot Boy. Easy. Keep it locked up, stay tuned.
Danger Entertainment alongside NSC Nightclub and Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited brings you Independence Guapo 2024. Independence Guapo. Straight out of Kingston, Jamaica, Chanel Muir.
What a good thing, me no live to impress people.
Dance hall superstar, Chanel.
You don't see me explode them. And then he came up here, me in a hype on.
The Daybreak Specialist, TK International, Hooders, Quad, Superline, DJ MJ, more music juggling by DJ Silent, DJ Pocket, DJ Dane, and DJ Snow. Independence Guapwell, Thursday, October 24th at the Factory on Valley Road from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Admission, only $100 for Tier 1, $300 VIP. Win a 5-day expense-paid trip to see Vibes Cartel Concert live in Jamaica. Must buy an advance ticket to enter. Tickets available at Bullseye Pharmacy and Defects. Independence Guapwell, Thursday, October 24th. This event is sponsored by Heineken, Swapito, Coca-Cola, Smirnoff, Rockdale, Johnny Walker, Jude Law, Passion Restaurant and Bar, MO News, Ticket Pal, Adam Sound, Humble Visuals, By Accident Film, Belfast Estate, BB Rum, Kyrie FM, Flow, Dominica. It's gonna be crazy.
Leave me alone, I got no worries. Yeah, do you miss me? Do you miss me?
The new Flow Store on Wheels is here and ready to serve you. We promised you innovation and we have delivered. The Flow Store on Wheels is equipped to provide all the great products and services available at our Flow Experience Center. If you want to purchase the latest smartphones, sign up for a new service, log a fault, pay a bill, or simply make an inquiry, you can do it all at our Flow Store on Wheels. Now that's what you call full service on wheels. So when you see our Flow Store on Wheels in your community or on your street, don't be shy. Stop by and let our professional team serve you. The new Flow Store on Wheels, convenience and reliability at your doorstep. Coming soon to a location near you.
You an easy way to pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/.